Hello, my name is Alicia Marine with Keller Williams, and I have my special guest Amber Smith with State Farm here.
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. So a lot of people are wondering when they're shopping around for homeowners insurance, exactly what they should be looking for.
Absolutely. So the first question as far as what are they looking for is like when to start. That's what a lot of people want to know. Well, hey, when should I start looking for homeowners insurance? And the best answer to that is when you have identified a property and you have a contract in place and you know your closing date. Reach out to your home insurance provider, definitely if you currently have renter's insurance or what have you, auto insurance. Reach out to them and go ahead and ask them to get a quote for you. Some of the most important things that you do need to know, especially if you have a home that is more than 25 years old, please make sure that you do ask your realtor, hey, has the HVAC been updated? Has the plumbing been updated? The electrical system? Because this helps you in turn on some of the utility rating discounts that we provide. So it's very important to really know the characteristics of the home because it's important when it comes to that estimated replacement cost.
Oh, some good things right there. Definitely keep those factors in mind. So also we looked at the characteristics of the home. We're under contract. So thinking about the price of the homeowners insurance, a lot of people are looking, to cut costs.
Absolutely.
So, and also they want to know what they're paying for. So what does homeowners insurance cover?
Good question. So some of the two biggest coverages when it comes to homeowners insurance is your personal property. So your personal property is the physical structure itself. And then next you actually have your personal property, which is your contents and the inside. So anytime that you're looking over your coverages, that's going to be where most of that is weighted on. And that estimated replacement cost is really huge because what it means is if your house experienced a total loss, what it takes us to replace it. And the estimated replacement cost necessarily does not have to align directly with the market value because in an insurance perspective, we're looking at cost of materials because our goal is to put you back like new. In addition to that, you do have your personal property. So that's anything that is not permanently attached to the structure itself. That's going to be considered your personal property. So I always like to tell my clients, if I took your home and flipped it upside down, everything that fell out of it, that's part of the personal property. And then next to that, you also have a liability portion as well. So that helps you if anyone were to come on your property, hurt themselves, and tries to file a lawsuit against you, that's to help you in any kind of defense fees.
Okay.
So that's really huge too as well. And then you have other factors as far as loss of use. That means if you can't stay in your home while it's being repaired, that's for your additional living expenses. So that's also a very big significant one that a lot of people like to inquire about.
Okay. So let's say if I have a plumbing issue and my house floods, would that be covered with homeowners insurance?
Good question. So when it comes to the plumbing, it always depends on any type of coverage is what was the cause.
Okay.
So for instance, if you had a freezing of the pipes, that is covered in your homeowner's insurance.
Okay.
And the other thing that I do advise people to do is once you lock in that home insurance coverage, you've closed on your home and your policy is active, once your insurance company sends you that first packet, that is going to have what we call your policy booklet in it. So please make sure that you take that and put it in a safe space because that truly tells you every single thing that your policy covers down to a T. So if it's ever any question about, hey, is theft covered? Is vandalism covered? You can go right into that policy booklet and look at it. And then at renewal, year over year, if anything has changed with the North Carolina homeowners policies, what happens is you'll get those updates. So just make sure that you look at those and store those in a safe space so that way you know exactly what you're paying for.
Okay, great. All right, so looking at homeowners insurance, all these different companies have all these different rates. So when I'm looking at homeowners insurance and coverage limits and all of that, it can be very confusing. So what exactly do I need as far as coverage limits when I'm considering
Good question. So as I kind of hinted to ahead of time, when you're telling your insurance agent the characteristics of your home, we all run an estimated replacement cost. Square footage is one of the major components to that, but we also need to know, do you have vinyl siding, brick veneer, those sort of things, and that helps with your estimated replacement cost. So it's always important to make sure, especially since majority of people that purchase homes, they finance it. You do need to make sure that your estimated replacement cost is in line with the amount of your loan that you're borrowing from the bank, because if it's not, they're going to have us reevaluate it, because essentially the bank has the most to lose financially, at the point where you're just getting started on a home. So you do have to make sure you have adequate coverage. And another reason why you don't want to skim down too low on that estimated replacement cost, because we'll have some people, their home may be valued at $200,000, but the estimated replacement cost is let's say $295. They say, okay, well, that's too much. Can you skim it down? If we go under 80% of our estimated replacement cost, that impacts your ability to be able to have replacement cost on your home versus actual cash value. So we really don't want actual cash value, because it takes into account depreciation. So you do want to make sure that you maintain at least 80% of the estimated replacement cost.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes, ma'am.
Great information, Amber.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Well, if you're looking for homeowners insurance, be sure to reach out to Amber Smith with State Farm. You can look her up. She is on social media. You can Google her, and she's with State Farm in Greensboro. All right. Thank you so much for watching.